I am not a financial advisor. These videos are all meant for educational purposes only. All Complete Trader Academy videos are my personal opinion and perspective. Trading carries a high level of risk, and all results are your own responsibility. Please always demo first. Hey everybody, welcome back to CTA Review. Today is May 20th, Monday, 2024. Hope you had a good weekend here and a good day. So, try to make this short here. So, what we were talking about, you got to watch Friday's video so it makes sense. We were talking about, is it possible that we're doing this type of structure, right? Where we came down, we retraced, we already retraced, and then we came back up for another leg and higher high and higher low type of idea, right? So we did get that, and we'll go back into this. So you can see here, when we opened up, and this is, you can't really see it on this time frame, but when we opened up, we pretty much just shot straight up, right? So coming lower wasn't really in the cards, so to speak, and we've already came down and sealed this 4-hour imbalance, right? So the top side was a little bit heavier, right? And then we had that first Sunday 6 p.m. to 10 p.m. 4-hour candle. We came down, we sealed that, right? And then we just shot up, right? So let's go to a smaller time frame so you can see this a little better. But ultimately, we aimed for last week's high, which would obviously be Friday's high. So with that understanding where you are is key, because here we go. So remember, we also have this monthly March high. This March 21st Thursday, see that high that we dragged out? So I normally use a high like this for a little bit. You know, I don't just use it once and then it's over with. I'll use it, 3 days, even probably for that week in this scenario. So take a look here. So you'll see I have that dragged out, which is this baby green line over here. All right, and then let me start with the day here. So we open up and we shoot straight up. Very small gap, by the way. So I haven't seen a small opening week gap in a long time like that. But anyways, shoot straight up like this, right? And then creates that imbalance. And if you look to the left here on this like 15-minute chart, when we bought up on Friday, I was buying up to get you can see it here, buying up to get that lower high. But at the same time, we don't know if it's not going to keep going up or not. If this is the higher low, or let me go back up here, like on this 1-hour chart. Like if this was the higher low and that was the higher high, well, and if you're expecting another leg up, well, this is how it's going to look like. You're not really going to get those big retracements, but as you'll see here, when we pushed up and we opened up, we ended up speakering out. So we have a nice little speaker here. You can see that, right? Which is probably more clear on a smaller time frame. But see this right here? See this right here? So we pushed up, and then from here we got this speaker coming out. We got higher highs here. And then we got lower lows here, right? You see that? Very, very common pattern. I keep telling people, like, pay attention to that. If you don't know what's going on, it's probably a speaker. But we do take out that lower high here. So let me squinch out. Yeah, it's pouring right now. So if you take a look at this lower high right here, that was a lower high. You got to watch Friday's video so it makes sense. But this was a 50% level. We already mentioned that. So this lower high to lower low. Now, if it's bullish, this is just a higher high to higher low, but with lower low, lower high structures inside coming down, right? Very, very basic, right? Okay, I can zoom out. So that was a protected lower high. Now, what did we do? We came up, we opened up, and we took that out. So speaking for the 9:30 people, right? So me waking up and being ready at 9:30, we already took that lower high out. That is a shift in structure. So it's not just liquidity. It's not just taking liquidity. We already have intentions of going up. I mean, we didn't just come up from this leg all the way up here just so we could just sell down from here, right? So with that understanding as well, you'll see that we take out that lower high. So okay, 8:30 starts to push it down. Pre-New York pushes it down, and now look at this beautiful price action. So price right here, we got these lower lows right here. We got these equal lows here, liquidity built. And then we're sitting in this imbalance. You have to mark that out. You have it on the 15 minute right here, but I refine it down to the 5 minute right here. And as we come down at 9:25, we come down, we sweep that liquidity, number one. Number two, we're at 50% of that imbalance. Number three, look at the 15-minute candle. Look at this 15-minute candle on Friday, the 4 p.m. 15-minute candle. All right. So we have that down candle as a down block. That's support. Plus, I'll let you pause it. What also do we have there? I'll let you take a look at it. What do we have there? What's also in that area? All right, your time's up. You have this previous opening gap. Friday's opening gap. So I'll use the opening gap. I'll use that for like the last 3 days or something. No more than that. And 3 days is kind of pushing it, but 3 days is generally the gist. So this is only like Monday, right? So nice confluence here, balancing price. Now, if I go in deeper, well, I mean that's pretty deep. That's enough. And then the final thing is that what are you? If you're on the right side of the market and you're going bullish, not only are you expecting the speaker to seal up, which is above this high, but you also have the midnight open level. You're underneath that, so perfect for buys if you're bullish. And then we also have that high that we just talked about from March. And then we also obviously have the high of, let me zoom this in. This is kind of, I know I'm not doing a good job with that. We also have the high of last week, which is Friday. So that is the target for me. That's a minimum target here. Second target would be this high right here. And then the final target here would be the high of last week. So beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Now, if I go into a 1 minute, it'll make a little more sense on how I entered. Now, a little lethargic this Monday. And you'll see here, we have the opening range gap. And no, I'm not really concerned. It's a very small opening range gap, so I'm not concerned about sealing it or anything. And plus, we got these down candles here. And this is a balanced price range down here. See how we have this shoot candle down and then come all the way back up clean? It's already balanced. So we don't need to come any lower than this candle per se. So we have all that confluence that we just talked about. And then on the 1 minute, let me move this out real quick. And let me move this out a little bit. You can kind of see. So knowing where we are here, and we have a beautiful oversold here. We already have that bullish divergences happening. It's screaming buy, right? But on this 930 candle, it shoots down, wicks, period. Now, this next candle, 931, it does not come down halfway, which what I was looking for. Or it didn't even come and wipe out the previous candle, which would be 930. What did it do? It just went straight up. So as it's going straight up, I make a decision and I pull the trigger because I know this is an inversion imbalance right there. See that? So I expect price to hold as support. Okay, right there. See that? I expect price to stay above this level. Number one. Number two, it's momentum. So and the way I entering this trade is purely momentum. And then as you can see here, my stop loss would be below the imbalance. So we have the inversion imbalance here. And then I gotta make this video done here. And then we also have this imbalance. But I'm looking at this imbalance to stay unfilled. So this gap here, this is a momentum gap. As you can see here, if it's really strong, I expect this to stay unfilled. So this area right here is the same example of what I'm telling you about right here. See this on the 15 minute? It's balanced and we don't need to come any lower. So they're shooting for the races, and sure enough, they did. So beautiful. I could have waited for this 1 minute to close, this 931 to close and then get in. But I was just purely confident and understanding where I am. So just shooting straight up for momentum. So that being the case, I mean, even if you put a buy stop right here, you could have got in that way too. But yeah, man, fucking beautiful. But other than that, so this is pretty much like a higher low also, what I'm mentioning. For this leg coming up straight, I'm looking for a couple higher lows, right? So we get this higher low here that we're discussing, that's on the 15-minute. And then when we shoot up here, we get to that old March high right there. We reject it. We come right back down. We bounce. Right there. Just a 1 minute though. So not the 15. Take a look at the 15. As you can see here, we pop up and we come right back down. Look at that. Look at that level of this breakout artist level right here for seller's remorse. We come right back to it. We stay inside this imbalance. 1 second here. So we're inside there. And you're probably like, dude, these colors suck. I know. Let me move this over. So that's holding price right there. Nice demand area. And we're already sealing this price. All right, we're already sealing this price here. So I don't expect it to come any lower than this either, right? So because we bounce right back to this level, right? And then we shoot up one more time. We come back right into that imbalance. Right into that imbalance and inversion imbalance. See that? Right there. And if you take a look at this candle here, this candle right there, this 940 candle, I'm going to move this over. You will be able to see that this inversion imbalance should hold price. And it does gorgeously. See that? You see that? I know these colors suck. So that being the case, you can see that connecting right there. And from there, we push up. Let me push this back because the reason why I have this is because this is a 1 hour imbalance right here, right? So anyways, we get up finally up here. We've already taken out, we finally take out that previous week's high, which would be Friday right here. So when we're up here, what do we got? We got 3 drives. We got drive 1, pull back. Drive 2, pull back. Drive 3, and then I thought this was it. And obviously I'm done. It's the previous week's high. But try to take a sell here and lose. All right, pops up again. Right, and I'm looking at this here on the overbought here. I'm like, all right, this looks perfect. All right, let's go. And sure enough, fails. Then pops up here again. And then this was a nice scalp, but I was actually done. And what did this do? This comes back right back to that 1 hour imbalance and tags in it. See how it, that's this candle right here, this 11 o'clock candle. See how it just tags it? Comes in and tags it. So they're building liquidity here. Another speaker here. Let me zoom out. Let me just do this. See how we see how the point of origin here. See how we come up, make these higher highs, and then we make these lower lows. So at this point, before this price action happened, you had this low. Well, you had that low, and then you had that low, right? So you got that low there, and then you got 3 highs here, well 4 highs here actually, right? So then they use this as support, pushed it up for a finale, right? And then beautiful sells here. And what did this do? What was the point? Where would you go from here? Well, I would look for a retracement and to take out liquidity, which would be obviously all this easy liquidity run right here. See how see these failed higher lows right here, right? So, or failed lows. See, this is all built liquidity, right? So algorithm will come and run for that. And look where it came to. Look where it came to. Came right to the 50% of that this 9 o'clock candle, this imbalance right here, at 50% level, literally. And also, we have that old March high, that baby green in the background. So we have that as well. All right. And let me just delete that so you can see it, right? So we have that, came right to it. Plus, what do we have? We have these 3 down candles right here. Okay. acting as support. And you could have also just used this last down candle with the body right here. Drag that out. Bam. See that? This is that 948 candle. Right before the macro of the 950 to 1010. So 950, look what 950 does right there. 950 shoots straight up. So algorithm is running on liquidity and doing its job, and perfect timing to get in. If you wanted to get into any of these trades there, 950 would have been beautiful. Well, I would have gotten at 949, would have been perfect. But let's see here. So what did they accomplish? They finished here with that speaker there. So wiping out top liquidity and bottom liquidity. And then we pushed all the way up to squeeze out the sellers, right? Beautiful. I mean, so this is where we are. And then how long have I been doing this? I want to be, there's no way to make them short. I really want to make them shorter, but I'll have to just leave a bunch of stuff out. So at this point here, yeah, nice little divergence here. This is after the fact, obviously. If you're still in the market, that pushes up. And then we also had S&P. They did not take out those highs right here. These highs right here. So this was a nice divergence of us pushing down right there. And obviously from Friday, when I mentioned these higher lows, that was nice to push us all the way up as well. So no real help at the 9:30 time frame. But what I can tell you is that look how Dow came below their 9:30 their opening week gap, and then S&P seals their opening week gap at 9:30, and they literally come below it. But look at how Nas does not. See that? Literally on the head. Oh, and did I mention this was also the same level? This imbalance here on the 5-minute. When I had this, where is it? Oh. If you look at this 5-minute, well, not 5 minute, you can see it on the 1 minute, but I refined it to a 5-minute. But this 5-minute, that bottom of that imbalance is literally the same level as this low. Look at the low of the 9:30 candle. That was the other confluence that I had. I'm not sure if I mentioned it in the video yet. This 9:30, the low of this candle, look up top here. The low of this 9:30 candle is 18,635 and a quarter. 635 and a quarter. If I come over here, well, I need to go back to the 5. See here? It's the same exact level. What's the high on this candle here? 635 and a half, which is even better. So when they go one tick or a quarter point below, that means that they got the fill that they wanted. Oh, and what's to the right of that? Oh, beautiful. Even a down candle there. I didn't even notice that. Huh. What's the high on this candle? 635 and a quarter. So perfect level. I didn't even notice that. Huh. So this is perfect. So really, it tapped this last down candle right here. So this 455 on Friday came down and tagged that to the head. So beautiful. Other than that, what was I gonna say? I knew I was gonna say something else. So where do we go from here? Now, again, the idea that I have was to do this, and we've got this far pretty much, right? This is just basic drawing. I'm not doing it on like perfect or anything. So So now we've accomplished this much, and we've pulled back a little bit. Now, do we pull back more and keep going? I don't know. Obviously, from here, I don't really know. I mean, this is no man's land. And does this lower high get protected here for Dow? I'm sorry, for S&P, and does that push us down, or does this higher low push us up? Right. So we don't know. And let me go to 1 hour real quick. So yeah, I mean, this is the 1 hour. So that's a lot of built liquidity though, and we probably have a lot of room in the top side, and we're reaching like the 18,700 something level, right? So do they want to see 19,000? Do they want to see 20,000? I mean, to me, it would make sense. It's like you didn't come all the way back up here just so you could fucking sell from here, right? I mean, you might as well incorporate a new premium of price. So I don't know, man. But what I will say is, let me go to dollar real quick so I can be done. Hold on a second here. Where the fuck is dollar? And then dollar wasn't really helpful. It didn't really go too far. Is this a swing high forming where we're gonna come down? Possibly. We still have a lot of room on the downside on this oversold area. So dollar wasn't really that helpful. But yeah, I don't know. And just so an FYI, I'm going to be on vacation on Thursday. So I do not expect to be doing any videos. Coming back Tuesday evening. I'm not sure if I'll do a video on Tuesday, but Wednesday I'll be in full effect. So we'll see what happens there. But from Thursday to Tuesday or Wednesday. And do I make a video this Wednesday? I don't know. So other than that, let's see what else here. That's anyone's game, man. Right here, but that's really it. Let me see. And then we have Nvidia. Looks really bullish though. So let me see. I don't know, man. I don't know. Do they want to kind of on this daily? Do they want to sweep this up here? Do they want to finish this area here? I don't know. Or it looks like we're just going fucking up. And what did it say? Monday? So this is the high. Do we get a bearish week where we come down, we balance some of this price before we go up? Very, very similar price action to when we were here. No, not here. Well, kinda. Where we had all these little down candles here, or little daily bullshit candles, where we consolidated, reached a little bit lower, which would be the example of getting into that daily imbalance right there. And then we shoot up for another leg, possibly. And we do have some room on the overbought area for the daily RSI. So I don't know. I don't think we're done with the top side. So you guys take care and God bless.